Emperor Kangxi, born Shunzong in 1654, reigned over the Qing dynasty from 1661 to 1722, marking one of the longest and most impactful reigns in Chinese history. Remembered as a golden age of prosperity, cultural flourishing, and territorial expansion. His birth occurred during a turbulent period, just 2 years after the Manchu Qing dynasty had conquered China and established themselves in Beijing, wresting power from the fallen Ming dynasty. Born the third son of the Shunji Emperor, Kangxi ascended the throne at the incredibly young age of 7. After his father's sudden death, a pivotal moment that dramatically altered the trajectory of his life and the dynasty's fate. Due to his tender age, the regency period began, initially overseen by the powerful and influential Empress Dowager Xiaozhuang, his grandmother, who skillfully navigated the complex political landscape. However, the regency was fraught with power struggles among various factions within the court, including the princes and high-ranking officials, threatening the stability of the fledgling dynasty. The Prince Regent, Dorgan, held considerable power, but his policies, particularly his tolerance of Han Chinese officials, were met with resistance from some Manchu elites who feared the dilution of Qing identity. Recognizing the precariousness of the situation and fueled by a desire to assert his authority, Kangxi, with the support of loyal advisors like Sucé, began to subtly challenge the regency's control. In 1669, at the age of 15, Kangxi boldly declared his own reign, effectively ending the regency and seizing direct control of the government. A remarkable display of political acumen and ambition. His ascension marked a turning point. Kangxi swiftly consolidated his power, purging the court of potential rivals and establishing a system of governance based on meritocracy and centralized authority. One of his first major challenges was the revolt of the Three Feudatories, 1672-1681, a rebellion led by 3 powerful Han Chinese generals, Wu Zangui, Shang Dixin, and Rao Shengyi, who controlled vast territories in southern China. These generals, granted extensive autonomy by previous rulers, refused to relinquish their power, posing a serious threat to Qing control and prompting a protracted military campaign. Kangxi personally led military campaigns, demonstrating exceptional leadership and strategic brilliance, and after years of fierce fighting, decisively crushed the rebellion, restoring Qing authority over the south. The suppression of the revolt of the 3 feudatories underscored Kangxi's resolve to assert Qing dominance and maintain the stability of the empire. Another significant crisis arose in 1683 with a Russian threat along the northern border, as Russian forces advanced eastward, encroaching upon Qing territory in outer Manchuria. Kangxi, recognizing the potential danger, personally led a military expedition north, famously crossing the Amur River and forcing the Russians to sign the Treaty of Nerchinsk in 1689, establishing a clear border and securing Qing control over the region. The Treaty of Nerchinsk was a diplomatic triumph, demonstrating Kangxi's ability to negotiate effectively on the international stage and safeguarding Qing interests. Turning his attention to domestic affairs, Kangxi embarked on a program of administrative reforms designed to strengthen the centralized government and promote economic prosperity. He streamlined the bureaucracy, reduced corruption, and encouraged agricultural innovation, resulting in a significant increase in agricultural output and a population boom. Kangxi also implemented policies aimed at revitalizing the economy, including promoting trade and encouraging the development of new industries, such as porcelain production and silk weaving. His reign witnessed a flourishing of arts and culture, with Kangxi himself a patron of the arts and a scholar, supporting artists, writers, and intellectuals. He commissioned the compilation of massive encyclopedias, such as the Kangxi Dictionary, one of the largest and most comprehensive dictionaries in the Chinese language. Kangxi was also deeply interested in Western science and technology, inviting Jesuit missionaries to his court to serve as tutors and advisors, introducing European knowledge to China. He sponsored the construction of astronomical observatories and encouraged the study of mathematics, physics, and cartography, integrating Western knowledge into Chinese learning. Kangxi's religious policies were complex, aimed at maintaining social harmony and suppressing dissent, while also respecting different faiths. He oversaw the suppression of the Pearl Inlay Society, a secret religious movement that challenged Qing authority, but also protected Tibetan Buddhism and other minority religions. In the 1720s, Kangxi faced a major challenge in the form of the Zhengger invasion, a nomadic people from the northwest who launched a devastating raid on Qing territory. Although Kangxi was unable to decisively defeat the Zhenggers during his lifetime, he launched a protracted military campaign that weakened their power and laid the groundwork for their eventual defeat by his successors. Towards the end of his reign, Kangxi gradually began to transfer power to his chosen successor, the Crown Prince Yingji, preparing for a smooth transition of leadership. However, a succession crisis erupted when Yingji died suddenly, leading to a bitter power struggle between his sons, Prince Hongli and Prince Yongxi, which Kangxi ultimately resolved by designating Hongli as his heir. Emperor Kangxi died in 1722 after a reign of 61 years, the longest in Chinese history until then, leaving behind a legacy of stability, prosperity, and territorial expansion that profoundly shaped the Qing dynasty. His reign is widely considered a golden age in Chinese history, marked by unprecedented economic growth, cultural flourishing, and territorial consolidation, cementing his place as one of the greatest rulers in Chinese history.